Just shout! Just shout! I like it.
Wake up, U.S. government! Americans are pissed off! They are. We're all a little pissed off these days, more than usual, which is something to be said for Americans, because we love to stay pissed off. But this virus that cannot be said has taken our country by storm. It's we hear an invasion. It's called the invisible enemy. It's been called several things, but right now about 43 states are opening up without ever thinking about going back to shutting down again, because it has fucked our economy up. But I'm on the fence about all this. So I thought I'd ask my son what he thought about some of the questions I had. How do you feel that our economy's in shambles and that we're run by a tyrannical deep state government?
Go away.
What?
Go away.
You don't care?
No.
That didn't work out too well. Kids don't give a shit. Man, I mean, I don't know anybody with COVID-19. I live in South Carolina. I just see what's reported on the news, which is numbers like this. And it's scary. So I thought we are going to go out and practice social distancing the South Carolina way. In South Carolina, this is how I'd social distance from my wife when I go to the river. That bitch is way over there. Keep your ass over there. Social distancing, goddammit. More South Carolina social distancing.
I'm bored as fuck up in this goddamn house. Ain't shit to do but put food in my mouth. My mental health is surely going.
It's been about a week since I've done a video. The reason for me not doing a video in a week is because everything I go to find to do a video about is either tragic or depressing. It doesn't matter which side of the aisle I look for. It doesn't matter if I look for a Democrat to make fun of or a Republican to make fun of, because they're all easy to make fun of, because they give us sound bites like this.
These are losers from day one. Guys like Bill Bristol. He's 0-32. George Conway, you take a look at him. Just take a look at that guy. Man's a stone cold loser.
It's just too easy. It's too easy. But it's depressing. And I kind of want to just not, touch the fact that Chris Cuomo just loves trying to scare the hell out of us while he obviously is full of shit.
Well, I'm trying to get a question out. Will you finally answer my question now that we're 12 minutes in?
Well, do we really believe he didn't know his son was under investigation?
Why won't you answer the question?
What's the question? What's the question?
Thank you.
If you don't want to hear from me, just cut me off.
No, I will never cut you off.
The fact is, you're blinded. You're blinded by your prejudice. And your network is a creature of the Democratic National Committee. I think your network is I think your network is a horror.
You can say it all to me face to face and we can get it out. What the hell you're not. But that's okay.
You. I don't know.
You've been very insulting. You've been very circumspect.
I'm
very distracting.
I'm very insulting directly to your face. You don't think there's a deep state?
Listen.
Of course there is.
I think there's a little bit of a deep state going on right in this conversation.
If Adam Schiff sent me a letter, I would just tear it up and throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, of course.
Biden's bribery in Ukraine.
One sticky wicket at a time.
It's all over the internet. Go read it.
All over.
I have. Why would I give the enemy the documents?
Now
you
the
are
enemy.
not. I'm a lawyer, Chris.
I know what you are.
I'm going to finish this sentence. Let me finish, Chris. Let me finish. Wait.
The Inspector General.
No, I got to
cut. You've been talking the whole time.
Cut me off.
Covering it up so much that I've kept this interview going 28 minutes and let you say it a dozen times.
Yeah, and interrupted me 500 times.
That's how afraid of it I am. Have a good night.
Well, you shouldn't have a good night, because what you're doing is very bad for the country.
If you don't know who Chris Cuomo is, he's related to this asshole.
I have a couple questions for you and one for Melissa. I don't know if you can hear, but there are protesters outside right now honking their horns and raising signs. We did speak to a few of them before we came in, and these are regular people who are not getting a paycheck. Some of them are not getting their unemployment check. And they're saying that they don't have time to wait for all of this testing and they need to get back to work in order to feed their families. Their savings is running out. They don't have another week. They're not getting answers. So their point is the cure can't be worse than the illness itself.
Yeah.
What is your response to them?
The illness is death.
Especially if you live in New York City. You will die. He'll make sure of that. And he'll also put people in nursing homes with COVID-19 because he's not smart enough to find something else. What the fuck? These Cuomos have been fucking over New York State since 1975 when his douchey ass dad was the part of something in New York State. I don't even give a fuck to look it up. But I do know he was the governor from like 83 to 94. Just fucking everybody over, raising those taxes, and here comes his son, years later going, I'll be a bigger douchebag. Watch me, Dad.
What if somebody commits suicide because they can't pay their bills?
Yeah, but the illnesses may be my death as opposed to your death.
And that's ultimately what matters to him, is that he doesn't die. Fuck you. It's about those Cuomos.
What if the economy failing
Worse than death?
equals death?
Very few.
Because
No,
of
because
mental
but it
illness,
doesn't.
the
No, it
people,
doesn't.
the people stuck at home.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't equal death. Economic hardship. Yes, very bad. Not death. Emotional stress from being locked in a house. Very bad. Not death. Domestic violence on the increase. Very bad. Not death.
So what I'm understanding here is it's okay to be depressed, it's okay to have no money and starve to death, and it's okay to get your ass whooped by your husband or wife, possibly to death, but fuck you, I got money, I've got food, fuck you people, stay the fuck home! Oh, this guy needs his ass whooped.
Hey you, let's fight. Them's fighting words.
Yeah, it's your life. Do whatever you want. But you're not responsible for my life. You have a responsibility to me. It's not just about you. You have a responsibility to me, right?
It's not about them. It's all about me.
Right. We're all elected officials with lots of money. We should be there for you. It should be all about you, motherfucker. We got you, cocksucking son of a biscuit.
Now, they can say unemployment insurance isn't enough. I get it. Even with the $600 check and the $1,200 check and the unemployment insurance benefit is not enough. I understand the economic hardship. We all feel it.
I can probably 99.9% say with certainty that this has zero effect on the Cuomos financially like it does, almost 40 million Americans. I don't even know how many families that is that's affected. That is millions of Americans affected by this bullshit COVID-19. And this motherfucker's telling you, just wait for your government check. $1,200 should cover it.
Don't say I never did nothing for you.
Thank you.
That doesn't even cover a month's rent for most people.
They're saying that, is there a fundamental right to work if the government can't get me the money when I need it? Is there a fundamental right
you want to go to
work?
work? Go take a job as an essential worker. Do it tomorrow.
Eat back, dickhead!
Yeah, because all of us can just run out and be fucking nurses.
Right? You're working.
I am.
You're an essential worker. So go take a job as an essential worker.
But the people aren't hiring because of the
No, there are people
pandemic.
hiring. You can get a job as an essential worker.
I wonder who's hiring.
So now you can go to work and you can be an essential worker and you're not going to kill anyone.
That's right, the governor of New York. Where, most of the crisis has started at. And if you remember, way back in early March, a video popped out of New Yorkers not giving a shit about social distancing.
want to give your name?
Wash your hands.
What?
Wash your hands.
Thank you. Guys, real quick, how do you feel about social distancing regarding the coronavirus?
We don't need that.
Huh?
We don't need that.
Guys, real quick, how do you feel about social distancing and coronavirus?
You know what? Fuck that shit.
I agree.
Quality. Just quality people. No matter if it's Democrat, Republican, or I don't know, the Green Tea Party, all you're gonna get from politicians is fucking bullshit. That's all we've ever gotten yet, but we still elect them, we still listen to them, and we still go along with what they say, for the most part. In Michigan, they're saying to their governor, hell no! They even brought guns.
COVID-19 and the flu are transmitted in largely the same ways. According to the CDC,
when you're at a major protest, in a state of 10 million people, and only about 150 people show up, you gotta strap that weapon on for bear, baby! Oh yeah, and smoke them if you got them.
Lawmakers in Michigan are taking extra precautions today after the Capitol building was overrun by protesters, some of whom were armed with semi-automatic weapons.
Let me get serious just for a second here. I do not have a problem with Second Amendment rights. I was an infantry soldier. I was an 11 Bravo in the U.S. Army for 6 years. And because of that experience, I have high respect for our Second Amendment rights. However, I don't feel it's necessary to bring weapons to the state capitol building to illustrate your message. Honestly, guys, most of you probably never served your country. You're all a bunch of fucking posers, and I'm gonna say it. Fuck yeah. Fuck the fact that you guys can just show up with weapons and try to destroy our Second Amendment rights. I like the fact that I have a rifle, that I can go hunt deer and provide for my family because of my Second Amendment rights. And I also like the fact that I can have a small arsenal that, if needed, I could go ahead and help a local militia if we were invaded by a foreign or domestic enemy. I do not feel that there is a domestic enemy among us. I just think there's a lot of misrepresentation of the coronavirus and how it was handled. This is a natural event. It affects everything, even dogs and fucking cats.
If you contract COVID-19, you probably want to have someone else watch after your dog or cat, because doctors here say they're just not certain yet if our pets can carry and spread the virus.
We need to quit blaming each other and stop being a bunch of douchebags, and all you assholes that want to run around with your fucking weapons, who probably never served a day of your life in the fucking military.
You men are accused of violating the Stolen Valor Act.
COVID-19 and the flu are transmitted in largely the same ways. According to the CDC,
need to leave them at fucking home, you bunch of fucking homophobics. Yeah, I said homophobics. You're obviously homophobic. But here's what Trump had to say about these fucking super awesome protesters in Michigan.
President is weighing in support of the protesters. These are very good people, but they are angry, he tweeted. They want their lives back again. See them, talk to them, make a deal.
Mind you, I'm not against protesting, as you can see here.
We need beer! Open the bars!
I have no problem protesting, especially when it's something I believe in. However, I think protests should be peaceful, all right? Because once a protest becomes violent, it's no longer a protest. You understand what I'm saying? It's now an attack. It is an initiation of an attack. You fucking retards. You can't get your point across if you're just gonna show up going, I got a big rifle. Look how big my dick is. I'm so glad I live in South Carolina. And you know, some of you guys might make fun of that, but people here have common sense. You know, we're just not out there doing dumb shit like, you know, people in New York did. I'm just saying. I'm not. And the funny thing is I'm from New York. I grew up there, graduated from a town called Wayland. Yeah, up in the hills or whatever you want to call it, in the southern tier. And most of you don't know where that's at because no one gives a shit about anything about New York State other than the assholes that live in New York City. Like Andrew Cuomo and his brother Chris. Fucking douchebags. Again, thank you for watching one of my videos. I really appreciate everyone who watches my video all the way to this point. Make sure you like, subscribe, and please comment. Even if you don't like the video, it's cool.